What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this seasonal suggestion Saturday? You say seasonal suggestion Saturday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good, people? Like he, ha ha, Ken and the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep the head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Swing that finger, young man. Worldwide INC, Worldwide Incorporated. Worldwide, man. They say what that mean, bro. Hey, it mean everybody included. Bring it on in, man. You know what I'm talking about? Ndugu, Mike, Lil Rude, not Lil Rude. Hold on, Cutthroat, Lil Rude, not Lil Rude. Lil Root, you know, I'm talking about Tata the player. That's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing, man. Keep that head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get through them disclaimers. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug users, drugs, sellers, alcohol, consumption, man. Don't take a sip of the civis. Don't you do it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. Keep your hands off the people, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, man. I don't promote I say, well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All I promote is y'all go ahead, do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know how much of it we got, man. But a good brother like myself, man, man, I don't promote nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? No, I don't promote nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't promote nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? All I promote is y'all go ahead, do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know how much of it we got, man. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like myself, I'm on a quest, and you know what I'm talking about, man. Bro, just looking at the nice day out here today, man. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like myself, man, I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different. I don't got nothing against the little people. I ain't got nothing against nobody, man. Me, man, I just love me some everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. That joy, you know what I'm talking about, that lead, what you say, really, lead, back to the YouTube community, man. You and me, how you check it out. Come fuck with a nigga one time, man. Man, what's good with the people, man, on this seasonal suggestions? You say seasonal suggestions, what you talking about, bro? Oh, man, we gonna get into it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to everybody who don't like candy but still a sucker. Now, ladies. God damn, man. They say, why did you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, man. What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing out here, man, on this seasonal suggestions? You say seasonal suggestions. What you talking about, bro? Just that right there, these seasonal suggestions? You ever went somewhere and they say this shit's seasonal? They ain't got it all the time? That's kind of going to be the world and people, folks. You say, bro, that don't even make sense. See, seasonal? I told y'all that's why you got the game just on you. That's why it gets dangerous out here when you take it anywhere outside of you. You know what I'm talking about? Because people are seasonal. You know what I'm talking about? And they gonna have seasonal suggestions. Meaning depending on how this motherfucker feel when you ask them something, it's gonna be dependent on what answer you get. You get what I'm talking about? So say like if a motherfucker was mad at you, you know what I'm talking about? Now, a real friend, just a true person, whether they mad or not, they gonna give you the best. It's not gonna be seasonal. It's not gonna be if I'm mad at you, I'm gonna give you some bullshit advice or I'm gonna tell you some bullshit. But if I'm feeling good, you know what I'm talking about, it's all love. Seasonal suggestions. And really that's all we got going on in this world now. Or not all we got going on, but it's a lot of it going on. That's how you get motherfuckers that's 19 and 20 years old and shit calling themselves the chosen ones. That's how you get everybody zapped. Because that seasonal suggestion shit, that's a way for you don't have to be responsible for your own self. So, because notice how we be out here, bruh. Like, you know, everybody, they be talking about whatever they talking about. But it could be the bullshit person. And they listening to a message and the person is describing them and the bullshit person that still act like it's not them. Do you get what I'm saying? The bullshit person to be acting like they know somebody like that. Seasonal suggestions. You know what I'm talking about? Because we never see ourselves. So what ends up happening is just that shit we be doing. We run away from everything we need to hear. and we go tap in with that seasonal suggestion shit. So depending on how we feel, I can go listening to you and you gonna tell me it's all right. Kind of like how everybody else be doing that baby you and shit, the mama, daddy, the preacher, and all them people. They always trying to tell you whatever decision you made, don't even worry about it. God gonna take care of it and everything. They always make you feel like you right. You never hear that you need to change yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Because you surround yourself seasonal suggestions. You surround yourself with that shit. So no matter what you do, you ain't really got to trip off that. You know what I'm talking about? So you don't never really have to look at your conduct. Seasonal suggestions. Just like now, we got, man, you got kids out here, man. Like you got kids out here talking about why they shouldn't have to listen to their parents. You got kids out here making videos and shit like parent is a dictatorship. You know what I'm talking about? Seasonal suggestions. And it's dangerous because you'll run around there and you'll be the one that not want to listen to your parents, or your parents done told you to be responsible or some shit like that. And you'll go find one of them seasonal suggestion motherfuckers to listen to. So now you ain't listening to your parents, a motherfucker that's been here double the years of you. You gonna find another motherfucker as young as you that don't know shit, and this is who you gonna lock in with. That's when that shit get dangerous at. So now you taking advice from another motherfucker who don't know nothing. Because what we good for is turning fantasy into real life. Like how you see niggas that just break down the movie like it's real life. They'll do some kind of video breaking down, trying to Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society, some shit that was a movie script, and they'll try to break it down like these was real people or somebody we knew or something, even though they was actors and this was a movie script. But we'll try to apply that shit to real life and shit. Talking about, now you see Kane, this is, you know what I'm talking about? That shit right there. And a lot of us do that. So we actually be speaking from make-believe shit. We don't even be coming from the standpoint of real experience. You know what I'm talking about? And not only do we not be coming from the standpoint of real experience, we be coming from the standpoint of anger and hate the most of the time. You know what I'm talking about? So we'll get mad at our brother, then we'll come up here and do a video like why you shouldn't trust your family. Even though this is a problem you having with your brother. You'll get into it with a bitch or a nigga. Then you'll come up here and make a video why you shouldn't trust bitches or niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Once again, talking about some shit that just you going through. Seasonal suggestions, Saturday it is, Brett. And that's how we got the world fucked up. Because anybody could just come give a personal opinion now that ain't even been through nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Because most of the shit you hear now is opinions of motherfuckers on the outside looking in. It ain't coming from motherfuckers on the inside looking out. So you just looking at some shit, trying to analyze it and put the right politically correct statements and shit on there, the situation and shit, but the shit don't happen like that when you inside of it. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it's easy for y'all just to say shit. Like you see somebody mama die or some shit like that, you say, man, life goes on. It's easy for you to say that when you watching, but when your mama die, let somebody tell you life goes on and see how you feel. It's easy, you know what I'm talking about, to comment on shit and talk about shit when you really not the one inside the situation. You'll feel a whole bunch of ways when you're not directly affected by the situation. It's easy to look at somebody else's life, or, you know what I'm talking about? It's easy to do that shit and just say what you would have did, or it's easy to say that shit and do that shit when you're not there to have to actually do or say that shit. You know what I'm talking about? It's easy looking at somebody else getting jumped on and say what they should have did, until it's you getting jumped on, to see if your mind worked the same. Seasonal suggestions. Saturday it is. But we do that a lot, you know what I'm talking about? And we got more than ever now, just a bunch of, like, I ain't gonna even say kids, but just the motherfuckers who lack experience, trying to give you advice. These niggas will be trying to make a point, once again, off of a Wire episode. These niggas will be trying to break a point. They breaking down episodes of shit that's obvious fairy tales. I mean, that shit sounds smart. Never, it would even be more deep if this is some shit you actually went through. You know what I'm talking about? But talking about some shit you never actually went through, bruh, you sound crazy. But we don't understand that. That's why we always criticizing and laughing at the next. Because we ain't felt the shit we laughing and teasing them about. We ain't went through that shit yet. That's why it's funny. Seasonal suggestions. That's why it's easy for you to give somebody advice when they going through something. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, don't worry about it. Then you fall apart going through the same shit. You want to tell somebody else not to worry about something that if it happened to you, you'll be in shambles. You know what I'm talking about? We real good for that shit. Seasonal suggestions. But now more than ever, we cling to what we want to hear. And we do that so we don't have to be accountable for the way we is. So if we the fuck person, we can go find one of these other motherfuckers that thinking fuck person. And they can tell you don't even worry about the fuck shit you just did because it's everybody else. Because that's all we looking for. We looking to blame and point out everybody else. We not really looking to correct ourselves. Because in some magical way, we think we gonna walk around this motherfucker and the world gonna adjust to us. Seasonal suggestions. You know what I'm talking about? Seasonal suggestions. And that's all we gonna do. Find a bunch of them. The ones that we agree with. So we don't have to listen to the real shit. That's how right now you a little kid, you don't even listen to your parents. You done locked into one of these other motherfuckers to tell you why you shouldn't have to listen to your parents. They'll tell you some shit like parents is just some more people. You know what I'm talking about? You can't, man, y'all something straight out of the comic book. Parents are just some more people in your life. They'll tell you your parents is hating on you. You know what I'm talking about? Because they won't let you do what you want to do. Because somehow you know more than your parents. We done got too carried away. Seasonal suggestion Saturday. You know what I'm talking about? Seasonal suggestions, man. And I told you, we be trying to explain how people is while we are the same way we trying to explain they are. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to never watch out for nothing but yourself. But seasonal suggestions, man. And we do that. That's why y'all do that shit with the Bible. That's why you running around doing everything it say don't do in the Bible, and somehow you still punishing other people for doing what it say don't do in the Bible. Because we always skip over, like I said, the Bible verses that describe us to get to the ones that describe you. Because when it comes to us, only God could judge us. But God gave us the power to judge you. You know what I'm talking about? We just talk, bruh. We'll say anything to prove a point. We'll say anything to be correct, because that's all we really trying to do. We don't really want nothing else. That's why we in a million conversations. We ain't got one plan to take action. We just keep on creating new conversations. And we act like we bringing awareness to something, is what we act like. Yeah, that's what we act like. We act like we bringing awareness to something when we just talking. We act like we brought up a point ain't nobody came from, and we act like we get credit for that. We act like we started the revolution, because we done seen, we got a good point. Seasonal suggestions, man. Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you, man. You can do that shit if you want to. Like I said, bro, we have a bunch of activities that we put on ourselves to stunt our own growth. You know what I'm talking about? So walk around here, think you knowing everything, or just walk around here and want somebody to tell you that everything that you do is okay. You know what I'm talking about? And see how you turn out in life. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. And bruh is finna get on up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? Because when the camera ends, real life begins, man. You know what I'm talking about? I say, bruh, what you doing? Oh man, I'm finna fuck with it. But seasonal suggestions Saturday. You could play that game if you want to, folks. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you can play that game. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? I don't even want to leave like that. Hold on, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Seasonal suggestions, man. But, and it's really a motherfucking hike in the kids. You know what I'm talking about? Coming up with their own philosophy so they don't have to listen to anybody, because of course your parents don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody is just people with their own life. And I told you how irresponsible we is with our platforms on the Seasonal Suggestion Saturday. We'll fuck around and whatever we done been through, we'll come up here and start preaching from that point. So if we got into it with a nigga, we gonna come up here and say fuck all niggas. If we got into it with a bitch, we gonna come up here and say fuck all bitches. If we done got into it with a friend, we gonna say friends ain't nothing, and we gonna preach from where we at. You know what I'm talking about? Even though we ain't been nowhere. Then you gonna be friends with them people again, then you gonna be coming, you know what I'm talking about? We something straight out of comic books, seasonal suggestions. And that's why you gotta be light on the suggestions. Because these motherfuckers is liable to tell you anything. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna tell you whatever it is, how they feeling at that time. So if a motherfucker angry, they ain't gonna give you the best advice. But if a motherfucker happy, you know what I'm talking about? They gonna be player with it. And that's how the world go. I ain't bullshitting with you. Seasonal suggestions. You know what I'm talking about? That's why that shit don't make no sense, because your parents just gonna give you the best advice. Whether they mad at you or they not. But we, the shit we don't want to hear, we try to put it in another category. You know what I'm talking about? Whether we need to hear it or not. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And without them right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember it don't cost nothing. Just to show a little bit of that.